For this problem, we're again dealing with the standard normal distribution. Z is normally distributed with mean 0, standard deviation 1. Here we want to find a value A so that the probability that Z is greater than A is 0.33. So we'll again start by sketching a picture of what we're dealing with. Always a good starting point. Okay, so rough, ugly looking bell curve does not need to be pretty. We just need to get an idea. Standard normal distribution, so mean is 0. And we are looking for some value A so that the probability that Z is greater than A is 0.33. Greater than is to the right, so that's the side I shade. So this area needs to be 0.33. Okay? So for this problem, they are telling us the probability, and we need to find the Z value. Because we know the probability, we want to use the Q norm function, okay, and plug in the P. But if I just plug in P equals 0.33, that's not going to give me what I want, okay? Why not? Because it's assuming that probability is in the left tail. So it's assuming the probability is over here, okay? And so it will give me the value right there, the Z value that's right there. That's not what I want, right? I want the Z value so that 0.33 is bigger, is the probability that's bigger than A. So what do? Well, because this is expecting a probability to the left of the Z value, that's what I need to give it. If this probability right here is 0.33, then what does this probability need to be? Well, together they need to be 1, right? So this probability plus this probability need to be 1, which means in order for that to work, this probability must be 1 minus the other probability, so that when I add them together, I get 1. Okay? So instead of plugging in 0.33, because I'm interested in the probability that Z is greater than A is equal to 0.33, I'll instead plug in 1 minus 0.33. And that way, instead of, basically what we've done is we've recast the problem. Instead of probability of Z being greater than A is 0.33, we've rewritten it so that the probability that Z is less than A is equal to 1 minus 0.33. And this is the form that the function expects, with the probability to the left of the value. Okay? So whenever I'm looking for the probability, whenever I'm looking for whenever I'm giving the probability that is greater than some value, and I'm looking for that value, I recast the problem so it's 1 minus that probability, and that'll be the probability that Z is less than that value. Okay? So that's always how I do it. And in this case, that's 0.4399.